I'm hosting a big party in a few weeks, and Chat decided this is the perfect time to tear out my entire landscape. So now I have a pile of materials that I dug out already, and a long list of materials that I still need to buy, with only a vague idea of what it's supposed to look like. Let's figure it out.
So this is what the yard looked like before. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't good, you know? Overgrown, tired, the kind of yard you stop noticing because every time you do, you kind of just think you need to do something about it. And then I did what any reasonable person with a big party coming up would do. I asked ChatGPT to redesign the whole thing with me knowing absolutely nothing about landscaping. I have a vague idea of what I want it to look like. ChatGPT gave me the instructions. Whether those two things line up, we're about to find out. Alright, so step 1, remove everything. The old mulch, the rock border, which, by the way, was apparently more of a suggestion than an actual border. We just kinda walked right through it like it wasn't even there. It pulled up way easier than it looked, which is nice I guess, but I mean, what was it even doing there? Just decorative? Anyway, we're getting rid of that. Then we dig down about 4 inches because the previous owners, in their infinite wisdom, left the mulch at the exact same level as the grass. So there is no edge, there is no separation, it's just mulch becomes grass, grass becomes mulch. It's a whole philosophical thing. As you can see, we're no longer using the trailer, because something I didn't realize is that I could not actually get it into the location that I was dumping all the material. So, I ended up having to shovel every single bit of the dirt that we had shoveled in that day out by hand, which took me probably 2 hours to unload just that one trip. I did that once, exactly once. Then I grabbed the dump wagon because the dump wagon, get this, actually dumps. Revolutionary, right? As you can see, I was kind of doing step 1 and 2 simultaneously. Step 2 will be to level out the surface and pack it in. Now we don't want it perfectly level, we do want a slight decline away from the house because water tends to be the enemy with construction. Water wants to get under your foundation and cause problems that cost way more than this entire project combined, so we're giving water a gentle nudge away from the house. I found out that tamping is kind of one of those things where you start off thinking, this is fine, it's a workout, not a big deal, and then it just absolutely wrecks your shoulders and you wish you could be shoveling again. Here's the thing nobody tells you about digging out old landscaping. It takes forever. Not like a weekend forever, like 40 hours of my life forever. 40 hours. That's a full work week. I spent a full work week just removing things. No building. No making things look nice. Just destruction. I showed up to my own yard like it was a job I wasn't getting paid for. I don't know why I thought it would be faster. I really don't. At one point, I looked at my watch and it was somehow 3 hours later and I'd moved like 12 feet. With the front yard being officially dug and us being 40 hours into this project, the materials finally showed up, which means we can take a break from destroying things and actually start building something. First up, edge bricks. These go along the border to separate the landscaping from the grass. You know, unlike the last border, which was just decorative rocks that weeds laughed at. We're doing this one for real. Now here's the thing. Your border's not going to be a perfect straight line. Mine definitely isn't. So some of these bricks need to be modified, which brings us to the chisel that I'm using here. I have never chiseled a brick in my life, and I'm not gonna lie. The first couple swings I was genuinely scared I was gonna shatter the whole thing. You gotta score it first, tap it a few times, then one good hit, and boom. Now does every single one come out clean? Absolutely not. I had a couple that just crumbled, just disintegrated in my hands. And then you're standing there holding brick dust like, well, that wasn't supposed to go there. But when it fits, when you chisel it just right and it slides into place, and the curve actually looks like a curve, that's a good feeling. Up next, we will be adding topsoil to the areas where we will be planting plants. Perennials, which is a word I just learned. Apparently it means plants that come back every year instead of just dying and making you feel bad about yourself. We're adding just a nice layer on top of the dirt underneath, the stuff that we just spent 40 hours uncovering, because it's not great. It's compacted, it's tired, it's been through things. So we're giving it a nice blanket of fresh soil, like tucking it in. You're welcome, dirt. I definitely did not buy enough bags the first time. I don't know why I always do this. I look in an area and go, yeah, that's probably like 4 bags. It's never 4 bags, it's always 12 bags. And you don't realize until you've emptied bag number 4 and you've covered like a fifth of what you need to cover. So then it's back to the store again. The people at Menards probably think I live there. But once it's down and raked out, it actually starts to look like something nice. Like, oh, this is a planting bed. This is intentional. Progress. Actual progress. I have put in a full work week of digging, 40 hours. I am tired, I am sore, I am running on whatever's left in the fridge. And the party is, I'm not even gonna say how many days away because it's genuinely stressful to say out loud. So I did what any grown adult with a mortgage in a completely torn up yard would do. I called my mom. And her boyfriend. They're on their way, which means I have a very limited window to not look completely unprepared when they get here. So I start scrambling, trying to get as much done as I can before reinforcements show up. Because once they're here, we're putting down rock. And rock is heavy, and rock is permanent. And honestly, I have no idea if we're ready for rock, but we're about to find out. Alright, so they're here. And they brought a skid steer, which, I'm not gonna lie, immediately made me feel a little silly, but all that time I spent out here with just a shovel and a drain. Because with the skid steer, in about 20 minutes, we had the same amount of dirt moved that would have taken me 8 hours. It's humbling, but also, I'm not complaining at all. Because while he's digging, everyone else started laying out the fire pit area. We're putting different colored rock here to make it stand out, kind of a separate zone. So we're out here on the ground with a plastic landscaping edge, trying to get the curve right. Once everything is prepped, the skid steer brings everything and dumps it in the landscaping area exactly where we need it. No wheelbarrows, no hauling. Just drop it right there, which is nice because all we have to do is spread it. Dig in with the rake and the shovel and work it across. Now don't get me wrong, it's still heavy, and it feels like it's never gonna end, but you start to see it come together and suddenly you forget how tired you are. Huge shout out to everyone who showed up and helped shovel rock in 90-degree weather with me. Because of them, we actually finished in time. and this is what it looks like. If you want to see how we did some of the other projects around here, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss those uploads. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, till next time.